Hello everybody and welcome to Brands Hatch for the Toyota's Production BMW Championship. This is a double-header race day for the immensely popular club series for these BMW racers, and we should be in for some excellent racing. Two 15-minute races and a near capacity grid as well, so this should be very, very close because these cars are a little bit of a handful. They always produce some good racing and they are, thanks to regulations, incredibly evenly matched. So in pole position it is the championship leader, Harry Goodman, and he shares the front row with the driver who's second in the standings, Matt Swaffer. Both of them have been in the Toyota's Production BMW Championship for quite some time. Row 2 of the group, we've got Rob Cooper and Jamie Jeffrey, a gap in fifth on the grid where Ian Shepherd should have been. So I don't know whether Shepherd's flock can get him out from the pit lane or not, but it's looking unlikely at the moment. So that means it's just Andy Gay on his own on row 3, and then Mark Palmer and Sam Strong on the fourth row of the grid. The fifth row of the grid is Gianluca Maretto and David Graves. And David Graves, third in the championship standings, will not be wanting to start from 10th on the grid. Then we've got Dean Spur and Gregory Pryor on the 6th row in 11th and 12th, and then row 7, Alan Wildman and Ross Stoner. And Alan, a very quick driver, perennial competitor in this championship. Expect to see him, I'm sure, carving on through the field. That's car 131. The 8th row of the grid, Ed Giddings in car 43 in the classic BMW Schnitzer livery, and then Ed Scott alongside him in car number 88. On to row 9, Steve Turtle, another driver who's been in this championship for quite some time, and Paul Bahrain, who is alongside him on the 9th row of the grid. Row 10, Josh Watts, car 189, and then the 72 car, Steve Carter, another driver we've seen in this series over several seasons, and he completes the top 20. Still, they continue to come with then Mark Hegarty and James Vickers, Graham Allen and Callum Noble, and then right at the very back of the grid we've got a couple that didn't make it out for qualifying. So William Davison starts at the very back of the grid. Here comes Ian Shepherd, who is going to somehow pick his way through the field to line up in 5th place, which he does now. So everybody in position for the first of a brace of races from the Toyota's Production BMW Championship. It's a lovely late spring May day here at Brands Hatch, and the Indy circuit is the perfect place to go motor racing, particularly when you've got a very full grid. The countdown is underway. They're going to get one green flag lap, and then we will be going racing. To introduce the team to you, bringing you the coverage today, it is Ben Evans here in the commentary box, which is actually pretty much giving me a view of the circuit exactly as the one you can see on screen now. And we've got Michelle Livings in the pit lane, poised to pounce if anybody retires into the pits, and also conducting the podium interview. So away they go. And this is looking like the start of the race, in fact. So no green flag lap as they surge towards Paddock Hill Bend. It's Matt Swaffer who's got the advantage from then in second place Harry Goodman. Are they all cleanly through? Yes, they are, as they plunge towards the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend and then climb steeply uphill, looking to squeeze through to the inside. There was Sam Strong, that's the yellow car, 3 or 4 wide in the midfield, but they're all in one piece. But it's Swaffer who's got the jump then over Goodman, but Goodman will be looking to fight back. Also well away is Rob Cooper. He is in third as the field jink through Graham Hill Bend, and also well up is Andy Gray. In fact, it's Gay who has got the jump on Cooper. Andy Gay then up into third position, and now chasing Harry Goodman as they swing through clearways and then pick up the throttle coming down out of clearways through Clark Curve and along the Brabham Straight. It's Ian Shepherd. He is going to cross line in 6th position at the end of this first lap. Further back, it is very, very close. Gianluca Maretto doing battle with Ed Scott as they turn through Paddock Hill Bend. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Harry Goodman looking to the inside of Matt Swaffer as they arrive into the hairpin at Druids. The same Mark Palmer under pressure from Ian Shepherd as they turn down out of Druids and into the left-hander at Graham Hill Bend before they sprint along the Cooper straight. Andy Gay coming under a little bit of pressure from Rob Cooper, but as Gay defends, that's going to just release Harry Goodman to set off in pursuit of the race leader Matt Swaffer. Some great scraps going on further back. Alan Wildman, one of several drivers trying to side his way up through the field. We caught a glimpse there of Graham Allen towards the tail of the pack. So everybody heads around Clearways and Clark Curve. The race leader's already along the Brabham Straight, and here's the white car of Harry Goodman looking to challenge Matt Swaffer as they turn downhill through Paddock Hill Bend. Swaffer in the Dark 2 car, though, has got the advantage, just puts two wheels up over the curb as he's allowed to, climbs towards Druids, and Goodman goes to the move, looks to the inside line. Swaffer covers it just in time. Lovely move there from Harry Goodman, but he couldn't quite put it off, and in fact, as he got out of the throttle, Swaffer is able to buy himself a little bit of an advantage. And this is always the challenge in these single make championships, is that because, to all intents and purposes, the cars are identical, it can take several laps to create an opportunity, but just an instance to lose it as Rob Cooper continues his pursuit of Andy Gay. This is the fight for third and fourth position. Cooper the black car, Gay the silver entry with orange wheels and wing mirrors. Along the Brabham Straight we come, across the start and finish line. Look towards Paddock Hill Bend. Deeply onto the brakes from Cooper in fourth position, trying to pressurise Andy Gay, but Rob Cooper runs a little bit wide as again Harry Goodman lines up the move on Swaffer to the inside at Druids. Again Matt Swaffer closes the door, this time possibly a little bit too late as Goodman gets the opportunity to draw alongside as they run downhill towards Graham Hill Bend, but it is Matt Swaffer who has got the track position. He turns across and covers the inside line as they then sprint along the Cooper Straight in towards Surtees, then heavily on the brakes to Clearways, a never-ending right-hander. Again, Goodman looks to the inside of Swaffer. Again, Swaffer just able to close the door, but Harry Goodman appreciably closer on this occasion he has been on some previous laps as the pair of them run along the Brabham Straight. The road then climbs uphill towards Paddock Hill Bend. The heat haze shimmers off the cars. Goodman brakes a little bit later than Swaffer. Now, can Harry Goodman take a tighter line through Paddock? No, he can't. And this time around, he's actually not quite close enough to challenge Swaffer, but you can see as Matt Swaffer defends, it's bringing Andy Gay and Rob Cooper into the mix as well. Great race this in the Toyo Tyres Production BMW Championship. Some super fighting going on a little further down the field. Ian Shepherd having a nice scrap as well with Mark Palmer. There's the white car. Palmer, Shepherd just behind them, being chased by Sam Strong and then David Graves. There's David. While Harry Goodman looking to line up the move on Swaffer once more. And that's been a better lap from Swaffer, and because he's not been defending, there's just been that little bit of separation between himself and Goodman, and then the fight for third and fourth. This time Harry Goodman tries the high, wide and handsome line into Paddock Hill Bend. Don't think he's quite got enough momentum for the switchback as they climb Halewood Hill towards Druids. That's what he's going to be looking to try and achieve here. He forces Swaffer to defend. And Swaffer has decided if Goodman's going to get past, he's going to have to do it the hard way and drive all the way around him. But it needs to be a fairly formidable and stout defence, this from Matt Swaffer, because he's got 2/3 of the race remaining. We've got 9.5 minutes left on the clock, and now the leading quartet almost running as one and making it 16-wheeler. Third place it remains Andy Gay. Fourth is Rob Cooper, and it's Cooper there, the black number 5 car, you'd argue has got the whip hand really, because he could just let the racing lead unfold in front of him. And Harry Goodman, this is every inch of the road, trying to get back onto terms with Matthew Swaffer, but Swaffer doing what he needs to do. He's just sticking to the racing line, more or less, defending on the odd occasion when he needs to. They run down through Paddock, then it's the long climb up Halewood Hill towards Druids. Gay defends from Cooper. Swaffer sticks to the racing line. He knows that Harry Goodman can't quite draw alongside him en route towards Druids. Again, you can't really overtake into Graham Hill Bend unless you're completely alongside before the braking zone, or unless you want to damage your car. One of the characteristics of the Toyota's Production BMW Championship is just how clean the race is. It's very unusual to see contact, and it's much unheard of to see malicious contact. Proof indeed that you can race close to competitive saloon cars. Damage builds throughout the season. Now the battle for the lead is much closer once more. And Harry Goodman tucked up behind Matthew Swaffer. They cross the line. This completes lap 7 of the race. We've got exactly 8 minutes remaining as again Goodman looks the outside line. Swaffer positions his car to perfection, but Goodman's going to draw alongside now, climbing up towards Druids, and Harry Goodman, this is the golden opportunity, he's going to go through. He takes the inside line, brakes just in time as they swing around the hairpin. It's a move that has been about 5 laps in the making, and that was beautifully executed by Harry Goodman. He got the track position, and more importantly, he got the car stopped to claim the apex. But now the boot is on the other foot because Matt Swaffer is coming right back at him. Lovely shot there into the confident BMW, looking ahead as these drivers do, thinking about the corners to come. Already Harry Goodman is getting the exit from this turn clearways through Clark Curve, because if you slow out of this sequence, that's going to give Swaffer the chance to challenge into Paddock Hill Bend. Meanwhile, we've got a fairly entertaining battle raging for 5th positions, headed by Ian Palmer, and that is just ahead of Ian Shepherd. We've also got Sam Strong and David Graves involved. Yellow car is Strong, the white machine is Graves, and Ian Shepherd looks to challenge the inside Mark Palmer into Druids. Same move that Harry Goodman pulled off a lap ago. And has he made it stick? Yes, he has. Beautifully executed by Shepherd, but this isn't done and dusted just yet, because Mark Palmer has got the inside line as they run down towards Graham Hill Bend. More importantly, he gets the exit just about as he needed it to. It means they run bumper to bumper into Surtees. Palmer and Shepherd still running in tandem, and again Mark Palmer's got the benefit really of the track position. It means that Ian Shepherd might find himself pushed out here and potentially lose ground to Sam Strong. Strong though settles in to line just behind him. This is the fight, to remind you, for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Still Harry Goodman who leads the race from Matt Swaffer, Andy Gay and Rob Cooper. Plunging through Paddock Hill Bend, and again Palmer runs wide. This is a little bit more done and dusted, I'd suggest, for Shepherd. But Shepherd has also got Sam Strong trying to follow through in his wheel tracks, and Strong able to make the move stick. And this could go from bad to worse here for Mark Palmer, because David Graves also looking to try and sneak past. Palmer looks to fight back, avoids contact with Sam Strong, but compromises his exit. David Graves goes through. In fact, it's Graves who got the pace along the Cooper straight. Pick up in a moment. James Vickers, meanwhile, having a great scrap a bit further down the order. Here we go then, and Palmer still side by side with David Graves. They have got more cars looking to join onto their tail. Gregor Pryor is the first of those, 137. They've also got Gianluca Moretto as well, base driver, looking to join in. This is why the Toyota's Production BMW Championship is so exciting. Again, Graves looks to line up the move on Palmer through paddock, but he has to go to the outside line. Leaves a little bit of a gap to the inside for Pryor to potentially try and challenge. But Graves carries a lot of speed through Druids, and this could work out for David Graves. He's got the track position coming downhill towards Graham Hill Bend. They arrive into the left-hander. Oh, and very deep on the brakes as well from Gianluca Moretto, as he is able to moat Gregor Pryor. Brilliant racing as we have just got 4 minutes left on the clock. This first race of the day for the Toyota's Production BMW Championship. David Graves clear of Mark Palmer in the fight for 7th and 8th place. Mark having defended so well for several laps, unfortunately finding himself being shuffled to the back of that queue, but that is so often the case. Single mate racing. Here is the race leader, Harry Goodman. Matt Swaffer just behind him, and then battle for 3rd continues between Andy Gay and Rob Cooper. And Andy now having to reach into his bag of tricks, one would suggest, to keep Rob Cooper behind him. run out of Graham Bend along the Cooper Straight. Nice focused head from both of them. Cooper absolutely nose to tail with as they run through clearways into Clark Curve into the sunlight. We have got 3.25 minutes left on the clock, so we have time for 4 more laps, just about. Is Cooper close enough to challenge Gegg, and he has the car perfectly positioned right in the middle of the road. He forces Rob Cooper to go up to the high line as they swoop downhill. Rob can't really do anything about Andy through there. Again, Andy Gage just moves to the middle of the road. It's making a very simple equation here for Rob Cooper. If you want to get past me, you're going to have to drive all the way around me. That isn't going to be that straightforward. Swing left hand, out the left-hander at Bend along the Cooper Straight. Race leaders, Harry Goodman and Swafford taking advantage of this titanic scrap for third by just beginning to eke out a little bit of an advantage. And Goodman now trying to pull the pin and trying to build a decisive buffer over Matthew Swaffer. It was 0.3 of a second last time round, which is anything but decisive. The battle for third place is incredibly close as they come past our commentary position. Here they come, it's side by side, and Cooper's made the move, stick on Andy Gay back. Can he get the car stopped in time? He hurtles down through Paddock Hill Bend and keeps it on the island, beautifully executed by Rob Cooper. Andy Gay swarms one side then the other, and the race now actually back into qualifying order. Pulses Harry Goodman leading it from Matthew Swaffer, then Rob Cooper. Cooper's place on the rostrum suggest is far from secure. It's got Andy Gay, who made a brilliant start from 6th place, snapping his heels. Steadily ticking downwards. They're about to embark on their penultimate lap of the race, and the two leaders are a lot closer than they have been on the past couple of laps. Here they come. 2 tours of the Brands Hatch circuit to go. Swaffer knows he's probably only going to get 1 or 2 chances at having a crack at Harry Goodman. The gap between them has come down again to 0.3 of a second, mainly as a result of Swaffer setting his personal best lap of the race last time around. What can Swaffer do? Both he and Harry Goodman, when they came into the championship, had a number of sideways moments, but they've always been very, very quick at their core, and this is really the benefits and the rewards of running right at the front of the field. So Swaffer, if he's going to challenge Goodman, he needs an absolutely exceptional run coming out of Clark Curve onto the Bramham Straight. That will give him the opportunity to not pass Harry Goodman to Paddock Hill Bend, and at least force Goodman to compromise his run through the notorious right-hander and potentially open the door for a challenge into Druids. Here they come now. In fact, Goodman, really excellent exit from Clark Curve, plays that through Paddock Hill Bend as well. Swaffer now needs a little bit of a miracle or something to go terribly wrong for Harry Goodman. He can't challenge into Druids, but Goodman moves across, just covers the inside line nonetheless. Goodman has got the track position coming down into Graham Hill Bend. The pair of them sweep through the left-hander. Meanwhile, some great scrapping going on behind Ross Stoner. He's got this train of cars behind him. This is the fight for 14th position, by the way. This bright orange car of Stoner, who is currently prevailing, has got one car in a bit of trouble. That's William Davison, unfortunately, who pulls off the road at Druids as the race leaders are about to come through and take the checker flag running along the Bramham Straight, and it's going to be an excellent victory for Harry Goodman. He takes the checker flag and the win in the first race of the weekend for Toyo Tyres Production BMW Championship. Second place to Swaffer, third to Cooper, and then quite frankly all bets are off the remaining positions because there are still a lot of battles to be resolved throughout the course of this last lap. Stephen Carter, he is trying to find a way up into 19th position. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, so he has to follow Mark Hegarty across the line. This last couple of cars come through to run you down the provisional classification. So it was victory Harry Goodman, and problem on the last lap for Gianluca Moretto. He's picked up some damage running along the Cooper straight. So Harry Goodman won it. Matt Swafford was second place. Third place was Rob Cooper. Fourth, Andy Gay. In fifth, we had Sam Strong. Sixth place, David Graves. Seventh place was Mark Palmer. Eighth place was Gregor Pryor. Ninth place was Ed Giddings, and completing the top 10 was Dean Spur. 11th was Ross Stoner. 12th, Alan Wildman. 13th place was Ian Shepherd. So I suspect it was probably Shepherd and Moretto had that moment on the final lap, because he found himself, Shepherd, dropping somewhere down the field. Then 14th place was Scott, 15th place Turtle, 16th place Lorraine, from 17th Noble, 18th Hegarty, 19th Carter, and 20th was Jeffrey. We will bring you all the action from the second of the Toyota's Production BMW Championship races, and that's going to be around about 3:45 this afternoon.
Matt, great race there, and you really did put the pressure on, didn't you?
Yeah, I was ever so pleased with that. Yeah, after the last round, I was slightly off the pace of Harry, but I knew I had to do it here. It's my local track. I know this track really, really well. I was pleased with that. Disappointed not to hang on to it, but I was pleased.
Yeah. You know, second position, you know, on the podium, you can't be too disappointed, really, can you?
It's always good to be on the podium, always.
Always, and there's lots of very happy faces here. We're going to speak to another one in just a second. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would it be fair and okay if I call you Happy Harry after that race? Fourth win.
Yes, it would. I can't believe it. What a start to the year. But lucky this time. Matt was very, very good, and I was lucky.
I mean, he obviously put the pressure on. You must have been able to see him. But how was it for you for the entire thing? Were you just, you know, because you didn't miss any gears, that's for sure.
I was terrified, and I missed second off the start, which is what gave him the lead. And I was terrified all the time. I could see him in the mirrors. I'm thinking, am I going to make this? Am I going to fall off? Is it going to be all right through Graham Hill where it was murder? Yeah, it was good, but I was lucky.
Congratulations. Do you know what? BMW, the podium of smiles, I'm going to call it. Another really happy man, Rob, taking third place.
Thank you very much. It was a fantastic race. Andy Gay really made me work for it. He had the widest BMW E30 out there, I think. Took me a long time to get this pace to get past him, but it was fantastic. I loved it. And thank you very much as well to Gary Feekins Racing, rebuilding the engine since Donington after the bottom end went. So that made sure that I could actually have a chance of getting up here. So, and thank you very much to my wife and kids as well. Amazing support. So yeah, I just love it. Ready for the next one now, but Andy's very quick off the start. So he's starting next to me, so I've got to improve on that.
Steve, tell us about your race, because it was a kind of little one on your own, really, wasn't it? Tell us more.
It sure was. Unfortunately, I was the only one from my class today out there.
And the class is?
It's the 318 class, so it's a smaller engine car, less power. The other guys that normally compete with me in that have had some problems, accidents, engine things, and holidays and things like that. So I was there today on my own, but still competing well with the other guys in the other class, and still having good fun. It was excellent.
And of course it means that you get to be on the podium, right?
Exactly. And I don't like bubbles, so I'll pass them to my partner.